Sport is not just a game of skill and luck. The psychology of it all is often underappreciated. So today we're analysing 3 success lessons from football that can apply to us all. And we're starting with some wisdom from one of the most successful managers, Sir Alex Ferguson. An ex-United player recalls having a conversation with Ferguson where he told him not to let Ronaldo cut in front of him in the queue whilst they were all getting dinner together. Ferguson said, "You shouldn't see him as better or your superior. You should wholeheartedly believe you can and will take his place in the team." This is all based on the self-consistency theory, which says we act according to the image we hold of ourselves. Ferguson's point is you have to truly internalize you're going to be the best, as if you mentally see yourself as inferior to others, that bleeds into how your physical performance is as well. The next lesson we're looking at is from Ronaldo himself. One of his former Juventus teammates recalled the story of how Ronaldo was rested for most of one match as they had another game coming up in 3 days. So Ronaldo only came on in the 78th minute of a match as a substitute. And incidentally, he went on to score the equalising goal. But what's interesting here is that on the bus back after the match at about 11 PM, Ronaldo texted his teammate asking him what he was going to go do now. The teammate was like, "Well, it's 11 o'clock, I'm gonna go home, watch TV and go to bed." But Ronaldo said, "Do you feel like going to do some exercise in the gym? I didn't sweat and I need it." And that right there, that hustle, that constant drive to keep improving, even when you're already at the top of your game, is something we all need to try and adopt, at least to some degree. Because yes, some people in all areas of life are gifted more natural ability, but that can only get you so far. It's those willing to outwork everyone else who actually get to the very top. Now, let's talk about Leicester City winning the English Premier League. If you'd bet £1 on that happening at the start of the season, you'd have won £5,000. In other words, nobody in their wildest dreams thought they would win it. And since they definitely didn't have the most expensive players or the most experienced players, how did they pull it off? As a Tottenham fan, I still ask that question to this day, but I think it's hard to deny that a huge part of it is down to the belief that was generated from momentum. Players who've been part of teams that went on long winning runs have talked about how there'll be a palpable excitement in the dressing room because they know they're going to win. They genuinely believe that every match, and that translates into more confidence, which creates a self-fulfilling prophecy where they do win. Whilst other teams have doubts that creep into their performance, if you've won the last 10 matches, you fully believe you're going to win the next one as well. But of course, we can all utilise this premise in our own lives by creating easy wins for ourselves and building that momentum, which can then carry on into everything else we do. I hope this video has given you a quick little dose of sport, since at the time of making this video, pretty much no sport is actually happening. But I hope it's also given you a couple of practical things to bear in mind in your own life. I genuinely think these simple concepts have a huge impact on sports results in general. I've been at stadiums supporting my teams where they've been total underdogs, but they've worked harder and wanted it more, they've built that momentum, and they've truly had the belief they can and will win, and so they have. After all, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're probably right. And if you want even more lessons in success from unlikely places, go check out either of these videos right here. I think you'll enjoy them. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.